on. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of... All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with. So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Rams first down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Rams offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They'll stick with him again. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And as a defensive coordinator, this just drives you nuts. You have a team in 3rd and long. You think you're going to go rush the passer. What do? They change it up. They slip the offensive lineman out in front of the back and drop it off, and he picks up a big gain and converts the first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Now they'll set up to throw. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Jets offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt first time they had it, but they'll try again in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
To the sideline and intercepted.
Defensively on 3rd down, Mike, that's the money down. You have to find a way to get off the field. Most offenses are going to be more pass-heavy, looking to throw the ball downfield to convert. How can you dial up the pressure just a little bit, force an errant throw, and in this case, come away forcing the turnover?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Here's the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Jets.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. Two 1st downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll tuck it and take off. A pickup there of 28 yards.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
Quick throw, taken in. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quickly to the outside and complete. He's going to have the 1st down. And that one good for 9, and the drive continues.
And the Jets' 1st down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put them in a good matchup, let them go win, and give them a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over. And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he's going to be sacked, but there is a flag down. Not sure how close he was to being offsides.
Still 2nd down.
Now, faking the give. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make better decisions here in the second half. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. Oh, a loose football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
The drive will start on the ground. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Going for it all. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense and their running back set to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. He'll look to throw. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. They'll look to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. He'll go right and find his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Here's their punter now. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. They'll throw out of the gun. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw, and fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Jets offense going to get it one final time in this 1st half. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10.
The first down is number 83. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
And this time they'll just keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
With the score, Jets 7, Rams 3.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who come away with the home victory. The Eagles wrap up what's been a perfect month as they open the season a perfect 4-0. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jets offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read 1, read 2, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive lineman a little bit.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after 1st down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. And this drive is over before it can start. It's swallowed up to force 4th down.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And left side, it's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Off play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the 1st half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the 2nd half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because so far this has been a struggle. They just cannot get anything going for the end. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
To say football is a game of inches may be an understatement after that last play. I mean, if he gets there just a little bit quicker, he can get 2 hands on it and reel it in. And instead of just forcing the incomplete, he could have had himself a pick.
They'll look to throw again. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Here's 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Handoff here, up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. 3rd and long. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. The Jets will send out the field goal unit. This a 42-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. And the Jets go out to a 10-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Punt team headed out for the Rams. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing the sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being complete.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down, New York.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll dodge one would-be tackler. He'll wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. He'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone,
and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
A little bit of a snowball effect going on. Things seem to be unraveling just a little bit here offensively. It was the miscommunication that led to the incomplete pass on the first play. Now it's a sack on second down, and they find themselves going the wrong direction.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll run. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to fourth and goal. So now a big spot coming here. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Back to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to the air one more time. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now third and down.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he's going to have the Rams first down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Now, the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7th. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he takes off. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Now a give on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff running right. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway. And he's taken down.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Jets. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.